Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm trying to do things a little bit differently today. Once again, we're going at it though. Got my phone going. I hope everybody's doing well. This is Good Vibes. Hello, Doug the Pogie. Man, I got my tongue tied. Sorry about that, guys. Doug the Pogie Guitarist. Welcome. Thank you for being here, man. Shake, thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Gaston's guitar. Hey man, thank you very much. Appreciate you. William, God bless everyone's day. Amen. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate everybody being here and giving me some kindness and patience. We're trying to do things just a little bit different. Trying to bring you guys a little, little something. Trying. Okay, we're trying. This is Good Vibes. Welcome, always welcome. I hope the sound is coming through halfway decent. I'm going to get better at that. Me and Shine have been talking, obviously, backstage and behind the scenes, and I know that I need to plug in. I know that I know that I need to do that, and I'm going to. I'm not a rich man, and I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of slow at some of this technology stuff. So as y'all give me your patience, I promise you, I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna do a better job of presenting and a better job of just being here for everybody. So, thank you for being here. It's glitching a bit. Guitar sounds like a bit harmonica accompaniment. You'll see when you watch it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out so bad, and I don't really know exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what to do other than get plugged in. And when I record on my iPhone, it seems to do well. But streaming, it just don't seem to come through the same. Thank you, though. Thank you, Gaston. I appreciate it. No, I really do want the feedback. Like, I know. I went back. I came on yesterday evening, and I did that purposely because it was like, man, I know that it sounds not good, and that's not what I want, and that's not what me and Sean want. So we're trying to learn, and it might just be on my end. It might just be the way that I'm doing. I know it's on my end. I need to plug in. I need to do that for sure. But we will get it. I might be banging too hard on this thing. I don't know. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and He's held me in His hand just in case I'd fall. Well, I walked with a limp most of my life, and I've questioned God, asked Him why. But I took a spiritual walk in the sand. I know one day in heaven I'm never gonna live again. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and He's held me in His hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and He's held me in His hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, He's held me in His hand I was right there all along. All right. I hope that sounded come through all right. Hello, hello, hello. Guitar professionals, good to see you here. Please, hey, Tasmere Music, I'm coming through, guys. I'm working off of two different platforms, or not platforms, but two different things right now. So y'all just bear with me on getting to everything, because I'm struggling just a little bit. But guys, good vibes, good vibes. Let me bring on our other half of this here edition. Welcome. What's going on to my north countrymen?
Well, I'm doing well, brother. How are you doing today?
Man, just good vibing, getting things going, trying to fire things off. Obviously, as you know, trying to figure out how to do some of this sound stuff.
Well, I must say that sounded maybe much clearer. Like you cut right through, at least because I was just listening in the back and I was listening on the side. So
okay. Well,
yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Well, how's Shine this morning? What's happening in Shine's world?
Good, man. Got the day started running out of the gate today. So I kind of get to this part of the year. For me, I find like December, January, for some reason, probably for the last 10 years, I get kind of out of my routine. So today was day one, getting back into, getting up, getting the exercise in, getting your morning meditation and talking in, right? And just staying warm because it got cold up here again, man. It's like all iceberg city. We had power in and out last night, most of the evening. So when it gets real cold like that, it gets pretty frosty inside quick after about 2 hours no power. So we're dealing with a bit of that, but all in all, man, things are good. Family's healthy, boys good, and we got some interesting developments here that have come in. So we'll unfold those later on.
Yeah, it's getting to the exciting point now, because some of this stuff. I'm gonna come back through and say hi to everybody real quick there. But some of this stuff is just so cool. That I thought was so out of reach for so long. And then you start realizing that, man, actually, you know what? If I just try and get past the whole nervous side of things, then I told my wife this morning before she left out. I told her, I said, out of the past 2 days, I've done 13 hours of stream time on StreamYard.
That's wild.
And not counting behind the scenes, learning about computer, learning about other stuff. And this is the first morning that I've come on that I didn't feel that in my stomach. Like, man, I got to fool with this computer again. I got to try to do this stuff. And I still need to get where I can put, because I was really hoping to be able to add like a couple managing moderators where I could have people manage the comments and be able to add people and stuff. Because right now, I really don't know how to go off of this over to the main thing without losing my film, because I'm filming on my phone and I don't know how to do it through the computer. So my mind is blown right now. So it's like another day or two, I'll be able to do it pretty easy maybe. But right now, it's like, it's good for me just to have this thing on and be here right at the moment, man. But all right, I'm coming through the Miss Tasmere. I see you, Miss Tasmere. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I see you too, guitar professionals. Thank you so much for being here, and I will be getting to you. I promise I will. I may not do it this time because, like I say, my mind is blown with trying to add stuff and trying to do stuff, but I'm getting there. Just be patient with me, because I do appreciate all y'all being here. Gasson's guitar, man. That song is a song that I wrote about 15 years ago. My wife and I had just gotten married, and I was just in one of them places in my life where I don't know. It just was one of them songs for me, and it just came. And I don't know exactly. I don't know. I just sat down one day with the G, C, and D chord, because it's all I pretty much know how to play anyway. And put some words, turn to phrase. I love that song. Just so you know the background of it, if you ever have read the poem Footprints in the Sand, happens to be one of my favorite poems. Basically what the poem's about, if anybody doesn't know it, it basically leads you on a journey where, you know, you question, you know, you look back in the sand and you only see one set of footprints, and you start to wonder, well, God, you said that, you know, all along that you would be with me, but I only see one set of footprints. And what God's trying to show you is that for the times that you think that you're walking alone, for the times that you think that there's only one set of footprints in the sand, you're right, but it's his footprints, because he had you, he's carrying you. And that was a powerful thing for me, and that was just my way of giving ode to that artist, whoever wrote that poem. That was my way, if they ever hear that song, of me saying thank you. And I understood that story, and it resonated with me from the time I was just a kid. So we got Miss Boogie Time in the house.
Yeah,
Hi there, Miss Boogie. I see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, it is a beautiful poem. Thank you, Gaston's guitar, Gaston's guitar covers. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Miss Boogie Time. Thank you for being here. As you know, you're going to be coming up after on the after show. Now,
we keep timed out right this time.
Yeah, it's like somebody might have to like saying the hey guy. It's like
I got you.
Yeah, okay, all right, Sean. Like, you know, because me and you have a bad habit of getting started talking, and 45 minutes later, like, hey man, what time is it? So yes, Miss Boogie, we are both very excited to have you come up and talk with us on the after show. And just so everybody knows what the after show is after we get done with good vibes, and we play y'all a couple songs and just talk and throw out some good spirits for the day and welcome everybody. We're going to bring up our special guests, the people that for one, myself and Shine, not only folks that we've been a part of their little journey so far, but it just so happens to be people that I just personally think, if anybody deserves some recognition, these are some of these people that I would love to be able to bring that forward, and so would Shine. So that is a welcome from Miss Boogie. But we will get to Miss Boogie Time here in another. I don't even know what time it is. So yeah, I don't even know.
10:30, 10:35.
10:35. And I want to say this too, real quick, Mr. Weirdo, if you're out there, me and Shine did not purposely forget, buddy. This is our first time going with some of this stuff, so we're just now learning to do some of these things, and I want to be able to. And I let the time slip from me, and I forgot, but it was not intentional. I want you to come up here and talk with us, and I'm sorry. Me and Shine are sorry. We're getting there. We're trying. Cool. Gaston's guitar cover says that we can call him G-Man.
G-Man.
For my English friends, call me G-Man, or just G. Hey, the shorter the better with me, because you know, that just helps. But that is awesome, man. I'm seeing. Let me explain to you how me and Shine are actually seeing you guys. I'm on StreamYard on both of these. Yeah. I'm on StreamYard on my phone, and I got me up on the main screen, and then I got my computer part back screen of me, and then I got Shine is on stage with me, and he's also back screen with me. So hey, there's only so many more back screens. Just so
it's a redundancy system. Yeah,
it's like I'm trying though. We're gonna get there, Shine. And right now, I think the way it'll work is once we upgrade our StreamYard package, then me and Shine both will be able to access, I believe, a lot of these features and be able to share some, be able to share back and forth, hosting and things like that. So that may help us. I'm not sure if that's the way it works, but I'm sure hoping that that's the way it works. But either which way, it's actually easy enough. But yeah, right now, that's why I can't really add moderators or do anything like that, is because through the StreamYard thing, I can't add nobody. And now I can if I'm on regular, if I'm on the comment section, then or through the YouTube thing, then I can. But right now, y'all just have to,
So the StreamYard, I guess, because even I didn't know that. So the StreamYard, you have to have a second layer of moderators for the StreamYard feed. Is that how it works? Like,
no.
Regular
For example, if I had a camera, that was capable of streaming instead of my phone, then I could have that camera as the camera I'm using. Then I could be on my phone, and I know that you can do it through your computer and open up other folders, but I've never done it, and I don't feel like learning nothing else right now.
It's been a heavy learning week, man.
Yeah, dude. I've been doing this. This is when we get done with this, Sean.
Yeah.
This will be like 16, almost 17 hours for myself in the past 48 hours of StreamYard. And my eyes are shot, my brain is shot. It's like I've learned all I can learn for the moment, and I'm trying, but it's like, boof. And I'll get there.
It's a lot. I'm impressed with you, buddy, because I could not. There's no way I could put that amount of time in. After 4 hours, my eyes are square.
Dude, it was the only. I know I've seen a comment from Miss AJ. She was like, a lot of these things you can practice and everything, but for me, it's like the only way it's going to force me is to turn this thing on and like be under pressure. Like, okay, I got to do this. They're counting on me. I got to figure it out, and it helps me, man. It's like. Yeah. Now it's like no matter what happens, I'll never be embarrassed or anything because it's like I've already made all the mistakes. Yeah. So it's like you can't really hurt me at this point. You know what I'm saying?
When you're doing this kind of platform, like, we've tried 3 different ways of doing this before we actually got this going. You know what I mean? So like a lot of it you do have to kind of figure out by somehow having the program live because it sounds different to people on the other end. And sometimes like there's a bit of a delay. We always seem okay, but like I even noticed between having the phone up and then even though the computer's muted below, there's even a time, like a bit of a lag between the two. And they're like right here, right? So,
Yes. And it's just the way it works. And you don't know this until you start learning. All right, I'm on I see you, Miss Tracy. Thank you for being on. I appreciate you coming in. I see Captain Silver. What's up, brother? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Boogie Time says good morning, everyone. I like that. This is exciting because the vision, as me and Sean have already discussed, the vision for us is a lot more than just sitting here and talking back and forth. It's about bringing people good vibes, but it's also going to be an opportunity to create a platform where when we see people that we appreciate, no matter what it is that they do, and we can help them to get the word out about their stuff, then that's what I'm about. That's what I'm here for. That's the way I can support my people and support those that I see out here trying hard and doing a good job and just staying true blue. Because I can support almost support any content if I think someone's just being true blue, just being sincere. I can almost support anything.
Yeah.
I mean, now that does, like I've said in the past, Sean, does that mean that I necessarily love everything that I might go support? No, but I appreciate the person. I appreciate what they're doing. And it's like, okay, that's worthy of my time.
Yeah. And like, I think it's important too, is that like, I mean, me and you kind of we're not old hats at YouTube, but as far as being in front of people, being on stages, it's something that I find like that world transferring to here was just the hardest part was figuring out the tech. So when I do see a lot of people, whether they're doing music or whatever they're doing, just encouraging them to like, hey, here's a little tip that I've picked up, or maybe this might help, you know what I mean, for whatever you're doing. And people, like I had people doing that for me at the beginning, and it was super helpful because I had no idea, right? Like just little comments that help, right? So I really find that giving a bit rather than sometimes when you see somebody just rip somebody's stuff, because whatever, right? Whatever silly reason they pick at them for. It's like, you know how much time that person has put into what they've done,
No
right?
kidding. No
So if
kidding.
you've got nothing good to say, you know, nothing at all, please.
Or you'll see somebody,
Yeah.
you know, that it's like this, man. I have looked at this platform and I come at everything from an angle of right now, I don't know. But every time I tune in, I am learning.
Yeah.
And I make it a conscious effort to go and watch. I see, I learn, I see what's out there. I see the competition, and that's the way you got to look at it. I see what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now how does Guy and Shine take what we know how to do and what we're good at, which is presentation, which is, you know, playing music, talking about just about anything.
Pretty well.
And how do we make that to where other people can want to be a part of what we have and want to be here with us? And to me, it's about good vibes.
Yeah,
I
man.
can bring that every day. I can bring that every single day of my life and never have an issue with that. And
Well,
that's where it stays.
you're creating something too to look forward to, which I like. I
Oh
found
man,
super, like, that was one of the most fun parts so far about this process is like, you know, you're doing the work, and like we've done a lot of work in the background. Like eventually we'll show some of the stuff that we were doing on the other platform because we figured out how we could do that. We did like quite a bit of time on there. So, you know, putting that work into the background, and then when it's finally ready to go, like that anticipation, the excitement to keep that right out of the gate. You know what I mean? Start your day in a good way. You'll probably have a good rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But thank you to everybody that is here, everybody that's coming in, that's supporting, saying hello, good morning. You all are incredible people doing what you're doing, and we appreciate you, man.
absolutely, man. You know, I know that I don't know if you can. You're able to see. Are you able to see your comments on your side? Are you able to see?
I'm not doing them up there, but I'm doing them on. I can see them on the laptop.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can acknowledge everybody. You can see
Yes.
everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, how does it sound with me playing with you on screen?
Sounds good. How's it sound in the chat?
I was standing by my window on one cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, by and by? There's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Is that coming through all right? I will follow close behind her, try to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in that cold, cold grave. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, by and by? There's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I went home, home was lonesome, Miss my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying. What a home so sad and alone. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. All right, cool, man. Cool. How's that come through, Sean? Is that all right?
Came through perfect. I figured
Cool,
I'd
cool.
another little tip for us. If I mic my mic while you're doing your thing, it popped more. I noticed because I think it doesn't got any back feed or whatever. So yeah, I noticed that they click and boom, you pop right through. So it was awesome.
Okay, very cool.
Oh,
I'm gonna
good.
get into some of these comments. Say hello to everybody. Hey, there's
Yeah.
hello, Kitty. How you doing? Thank you. I appreciate the thumbs up. Average Asia, good morning. I'm coming through. Sorry, guys. I'm catching up here, y'all. Let's see. Got you there. Hey, what's up, Krista Flash? Good morning, my brother. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Tracy, local learner, Miss Tracy, thank you so much. Captain Silva, thank you. Let's see, who am I? I feel like I'm like Average Asia. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm learning, and I will get to you, and I will get you added on here when we get. It's not Sean that's lacking. It's me that's lacking, and I got to learn how to jump between being able to do both. But right now, if I start trying to jump in between doing both, I'm liable to jump right out and not get back. So it's like I'm in the pocket. I'm gonna stay in the pocket for a minute. It's like, man alive, but absolutely, Miss Boogie.
Sounds good, Boogie. All right. I like your banner work. I must admit I've seen some upgrades to the banners, man. That's very cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And I'm learning how to add people's stuff up onto the screen.
Yeah.
And just appreciate them and everything. And just to recap for everybody, Miss Boogie time is going to be coming on at 11. Miss Boogie, we're going to stick to it. Sean, what time is it?
We're almost inside of 10 minutes. Well, about 15 minutes. I'm not
all right.
10 though.
You know how I am, man. I can get started talking about one daggone comment, and 30 minutes later, still be talking about that same comment. So, reel me in when I need to.
Problem.
But Miss Boogie, thank you so much. Miss Kitty, hello, Kitty. Thank you so much. So kind. Such a fun spot to go hang out, and I just appreciate you. Thank you so much. Will you drop a link in the chat? Yeah. Oh Lord, here we go, Sean. Dropping links, man. Here we go. This is when my stress this is when the stress level for me is
for the day.
It's like, okay, now let me go get my medicine real quick, and then I'm gonna drop a link because it's like, oh Lord.
Why'd you wear a sweater? You know the heat's about to go up.
Dude, it's so that I can take layers off, bro. I'm telling you, man. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Now this is where I get confused. Is like, okay, I copy, bam, copied the link. Okay. Now I go over to here, and then it seems like it was. No, that didn't work. How do you what is it that you do to paste the link again? How
Oh,
do you
man.
paste?
You're asking the wrong guy, dude. I'm still trying to figure out how to make moderators, which apparently is the click of a
Oh, wait a
button.
minute. Whoa. I did it.
You
I
did
did it.
you?
I did it. Yeah, I did. Hold on.
Success.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Nice. Hey,
I
man.
did it. Yeah, it's on
You
there.
did it.
It is on there,
It's
man.
on there. It's official. Another one checked off the box. Another W. There's
Dude,
another.
I swear, I don't think people realize just how high my stress level goes sometimes with this stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap, man. But dude,
You did
okay.
it. You did
Hey,
it.
that's a win, man. That's
That's
like
a
for the
big
rest
win.
of the day. That's a win
Yep.
for me.
Don't touch nothing else.
I ain't touching nothing else.
Hold the record. Yeah.
Dude, it's like when people start talking about, hey, you can open up other folders and stuff, and I'm like, dude, do you realize the folder I got open is enough right now for me? Like,
Well, that's what happened earlier before we even started. I can manage 2, but once you hit 3, it's all bets are off. And I tapped the wrong one. It's like boom, gone. I'm like, oh man. I didn't know.
Sean, I'm gonna let you, if you want to, man. You go through the comments if you want and say hi to everybody, and I'm gonna pull you up full screen. I'm gonna go refill my coffee cup real quick.
You do that. All right, sounds good.
Okay.
So, what we got in here? I'm just gonna move in a little closer. So I see Chris the Flash is in here. He's asking how we're doing, how everybody's doing. I'm doing well personally. Thank you. I know guys doing pretty well. We're off to a good start today. Got Boogie coming up here in about. We'll tell Guy in 4 minutes. To everybody else that's in here, I see Holiday, Simple Music. Thank you. I'm gonna go back a bit. Tracy, how are you doing, Tracy? Tracy, I don't know, like I guess you guys might, because I do know some of these people from my page as well, and I know that there's a bit of crossover, but I always like Tracy's stuff. I like everybody's stuff that I know. I'm going to check out Morial's stuff. But I found her page kind of like I found Guy's page in the beginning, and just a lot of useful stuff in there that I find like we don't do so much anymore. Like she's really big into natural medicines and canning food, just stuff that like I remember I used to do with my grandma when I was little, and just from not doing it, I kind of like lost that skill set, and it's something I'd like to know how to do again, just because it's always good to have a few extra cans of soup around and some jelly or whatever it is you're up to. But yeah, aside of that, everything is going pretty well. I'm wondering, how is the weather at where you guys are at? Because I think you're on the West Coast, are you, Tracy? I think I've asked you that before. I'm not sure, but I think you are. Anyway, so either way she goes, pretty much what we have going on here is an extension of everything that has been a buildup of the last few months. Me and Guy attempted to do this. I think this is the 3rd time we've attempted to do this, and so far, for any of y'all that are thinking about doing it, StreamYard seems to be a really good platform. We were using Zoom before, and it kind of has a similar layout, but it was not as easy to switch back and forth. It was a lot more like kind of pre-recorded, and then we were gonna put those out. But I think eventually we'll circle back around to some of that. But just to kind of show you all the process, because I think that's a big takeaway for what both of us have done, is that there's a lot to it that maybe you know, maybe you don't know. And if it can save you a few steps, whether it's here on YouTube or in life, then, I know we're both game to help out any way we can. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Strengths as a community, you know what I mean? So
very good job, man. Very good job. Now that's good vibes right there, brother. Good job, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We're winding down to the end. Would you like to play us a
Well, actually, we I didn't want to shock anybody with this, but
Lord. Hey, full disclosure, I have no control over Sean's behavior. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
So I was blown away. I haven't received a letter in probably 15 years, and how they got my home address, I'm not sure. But I did receive 3 letters last night, and
Right.
A little bit insulted because they were all, well, we'll just get into them. So Paul from Anchorage writes in, this is a question for Guy. Pink, blue, or yellow?
What was my choices?
Pink, blue, or yellow?
Blue.
Okay. Well, that's the end of his question. So Paul from Anchorage, his favorite color, I guess, is blue, if that's what you're looking for. Carly B from Louisiana writes in, again asking Guy. Guy, what is one of your favorite songs of all time?
One of my favorite songs of all time.
Yep.
Mama Tried by Merle Haggard.
Beautiful. This last one just comes in from a D Parton. Guy, will you open a show for me? I don't think that one's important. The last one is a picture of, I believe, us. I think I'm the one on the right.
Oh.
So that comes from Melissa in San Antonio. So thank you guys. Thank you all for that. And we'd be about ready to have our guests come in.
Yeah, whenever. If they want to still. Yeah.
Well, we're taking letters. We'll have the address up so you can get them here now that we know it's a thing. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Hey, I'm so excited for the after show, and I'm just so excited for our new beginning, brother, because man, this is one of those things for me that I've waited on this kind of like, and I don't know why I've waited so long, but I've waited on this kind of opportunity to get to have and get to share with people and just meet other people and just, you know what I mean? I just I love the idea of being able to do that. And you know, I want it to be comfortable. I want people to feel our comfort that, look, we're trying to hug you in here and hold you and just say, look, man, it's cool. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. You know, it's nothing but love. And we're always going to just enjoy it. All right, I'm going to get back through the comments for a minute, and I'm going to say hello again. I think Sean covered everything. I know that Miss Boogie has seen the link in the bottom, and whenever she has, you know, because I know that she works, and she said that she has break at 11, so we're working on Miss Boogie and her schedule by all means right now. We're just kind of good vibing to everybody. Sean, did was there anything else in particular that you wanted to share?
Just back onto like the networking thing. You know, I know sometimes you don't always have time in life. You know what I mean? To actually get out and see somebody. Like it could be where you live is rural, or it could be just you're busy with life. So you know, if like what Guy is saying, if you don't. Sometimes I know it's like you want to say something and you just kind of like, I don't want to get in there, right? But like once you get in the pocket or you get up onto the stage, if you will, you kind of just flow into the rhythm. You know what I mean? It's a safe space, and if it's something that you like anybody wants to do in any form, it's just like you said, man. It's good vibes. Bring it in and hang out, because it is very important, you know, to make sure that you have a little bit more of a connection than just the back and forth, right? If you can get it. And
absolutely.
So,
well, and we're learning. I got one comment in here that I need to address. He just pulled in. It's William, and hey, William, I know who you are now. I came and seen you. I'm glad that you left me you know, I'm glad that I was able to find you. You are an outstanding guitarist, my man. I appreciate you. I love it. I came this morning. Like I say, guys, I've been on here. This when me and Sean get off here, for myself, I'm going to be at about 15, 16 hours on StreamYard in the past 48 hours. And that has been a force feed, even behind the scenes, trying to get this stuff right, trying to learn it for, you know, just myself and get past my fears of everything, all this stuff. There's nothing on this planet scares me, but this is the kind of thing right here that gets me sometimes. So this has been huge for me, and a lot of you guys were here with me during my struggle and helped me through it. So Thank you. And excellent. I like that. I like that. Hey, but William, I wanted to just say that, man, dude, from one man that likes to pick up an instrument and bang around on it to another, that I now have eyes on you. You've been in my comments and been in my live and been a pal and like been cool and awesome, and I love that. But man, dude,
That's
outstanding.
awesome.
Sean will be over to see you too,
Yes,
because
sir.
I'll be sharing you over to Sean, and I shared your stuff to my page. So if anybody's interested in William and wanting to see him jam, it's on my page, on the community page, and he's a picker.
Check
He's
him
good.
out.
Don't let him fool you. Don't
Yeah.
let his comments. Don't. I ought to just erase that comment right there that he said, "Nah, I'm fake. I know better than that crap. I done come up. I done know who you are now.
You know
You
what?
can't
That's
lie to me
that's
now,
that's
boy.
that's the tell right there. That's a tell that that's a good player, man.
Yeah, you can't.
You never hear a good player. Hey, I'm good.
You can't lie to me now, boy. I done been seeing you.
Yeah.
I know better now. I know better now. I know better. But hey, there's Jeremy's claw. No, but William, once again, brother, I love it, man. Outstanding. Keep doing it, and I'll keep sharing your stuff out every chance I get, because I just, man, hands-on playing. That's what I love it. I love it. Jeremy's father, there's my brother Jeremy. Dropped in to say hi to everyone, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. We always appreciate you. What time are we working with, brother Shine?
We're right on the nose here.
We're right on the nose. And if Miss Boogie gives me a thumbs up in the backstage, if she can hear me, then I'll know. Okay, very good. She knows that she's there then. Okay.
She's a
All right. Well, I'm just catching up. Hey, there's Yard Chat. Hey, Yard Chat, I gotta shout you out while you're in here, man. Excellent podcast. I have shared your stuff, not because of any other reason other than I just appreciate your content. And me and Sean both will be supporters. I know that he'll appreciate it when he's able.
I have been by Yard Chat.
Okay, he has already
a few
been
times.
by.
Yeah, I've seen his podcast. We've talked.
Yes, yes, he's a. And just so you know, brother, Yard Chat, Sean is my friend. So when you see him come by and you see his name in there, just know that he's a personal friend, not just a YouTube friend. And just know we're supporting and we like your content. We appreciate you, man. But thank you for being here. And that goes for any of you guys in here. If you just appreciate real talk and just good stuff, Yard Chat, throwing you out there, man. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you being here. You're certainly welcome. And William, much love to you, my man. I appreciate you for real. Thank you very much. Okay, well, guys, as I said, we have our special guest, Miss Boogie, coming on. Look here. Bam, Miss Boogie time. That's what I call. Hey, I love these banners. I feel so daggone fancy. All right, here we go. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I've done something. I get sorry. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Hey,
hey guys.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're doing
This
great.
is awesome. This is awesome.
So you're on a break right now?
Huh?
Are you on a break right now, you said?
Yes. Yep. I'm on break. Yes. I punched out.
Awesome. Well, Miss Boogie Time, welcome to the Guy and Shine After Show. And honestly, you're the first real guest of the official after show. And basically what the after show is about, Miss Boogie, it's about Miss Boogie today. It's about whatever Miss Boogie would like to share. We're not going to ever dig into anything that you don't want to share. It's always about comfort level. And I'm just going to start off with Miss Boogie Time. You know that I have been a supporter of yours since I first started on here. September 18th, I found you not long after that, just by chance. And there was a particular reason why that I personally started following you, and I will share it with you today.
Okay.
So that I'm not trying to type and I'm not trying to, because you can't, you know how it is. If you're trying to type somebody a message, I figured out that you only got so many words, or you're reading a book and it's like, man, I can't type all that, but I really appreciate you. So without further ado, I'll just share with you. I like the fact that you're sincere. Your sincerity comes through. And for me, when I started this journey, I realized that if I only supported the people that played music or the people that, done like things that like music stuff and that, my core would be so limited that I wouldn't have an outreach of anybody. So then I started digging into, okay, well then how sincere is this person? Are they, for me, just knowing a person's a Christian helps me a lot by knowing that they're trying. Like, we're not perfect, but we're trying. We're out here reaching. So, that's been the one reason why that, since we started this thing was like, okay, if I'm going to support somebody, I'm going to support somebody that not only do I see has some potential in growing and building up a community of followers that's really going to appreciate them, but I see some sincerity in what they do. And then, of course, for me, I'm a mama's boy. So anytime somebody's wanting to, shout their mama out and just be loving to their mom, to me, I'm endeared to that. That always is like, okay, hey, man, above anything else, we got that in common. So with that being said, my opening question to Miss Boogie Time, which is what I call her, I actually know your real name from a video that you shared a long time ago, and you told us your real name, but I will not share that because that's on you to share.
Okay.
But right now, she is Miss Boogie Time and probably will always stay Miss Boogie Time. But my opening question to you, or our opening, what I would like to ask is, who's Miss Boogie Time?
Oh,
Good question. Oh,
right. Okay. Miss Miss Boogie Time is Boogie, or Shayla, my real name, but the version of herself that's ready to just be herself fully and love herself and love on others the best she can, and explore opportunities.
Yes.
Ready to shine. That's Miss Boogie Time. That the best way I could put it.
I love it. I love it. Without risking being any type of, I don't like to feel like I pry, but that was my way of opening up. Like, okay, you can share with us what Miss Boogie Time's about, and I like that, because what that does is that opens up the conversation to, okay, well now that we're into that, what do you see for your platform in the future? Where is your vision taking you, or where do you see some of your vision taking you?
More growth. I hope to just learn more about just freedom. I'm a person that, excuse me, I have this cough. It's annoying.
You're good.
Pardon me. Just I've always kind of been just kind of free flowing with stuff. Quick little story, sidebar. One time I was doing I used to perform poetry at an open mic, and I had a poem I did. It's called Confidence. And excuse me, I took my wig off.
Nice. Was that like a mic drop at the end?
Right, basically, yeah. That's the finale, yeah.
I took mine off too, Miss Boogie.
That's super cool. That's one thing I really like about your channel, is that like you got like a lot of irons in different fires. Like I like how, like, when you're doing your talk or your podcast type thing, when you're doing your commitment to yourself stuff, like even with the water thing, I was like, yeah, I don't drink enough water, right? Like stuff like that is just, and watching the person do it every day. I remember Brendan Alexander, when it first kind of started, a lot of his stuff was super motivating. You know what I mean? I'm sure it still is. I just haven't been around in a minute. But yeah, I like your spread. I like it's Mama Bowman, right?
Yes, Mama Bowman.
Yeah. She's awesome. I've only got to like make a few comments a few times, but I always love whatever response you get back from her is right on point.
Well, and that leads me to, tell us about your relationship with your mom. It's nice to see you guys look like friends. You look like friends.
Best friends. Mama Bowman is, her channel, Mama Bowman Living Life. She's doing that. Nice. She keeps me going. She just supports me through it all. Through relationships and had a breakup last year. Just anything I want to, excuse me, pursue, dreams. And she's just like my biggest supporter,
Yes.
and she's so vibrant. Like my mom, she'll be turning 69 in June.
Wow.
Okay.
She just has so much energy. She loves traveling. She's just like whatever, like live your life. And I love having that positive, free energy. It really gives me the boogie. The
That's
boogie
right.
and
That's right.
The boogie in your
That's
step.
right.
Love
Well,
it.
and it's great that you have, because I know I have friends in my life that do not share the same type of relationship with their parents that I share with my parents. Are my neighbors. My wife's
Okay.
parents, my parents are literally, I could throw a ball and hit their house from here, and my wife's parents, I can literally throw a ball and hit their house from here. And my relationship with my mother, since I've been a grown man, I was married at 19 years old, and I've lived on my own since. So my relationship took a change after that point into, it's a mom and dad relationship, but we've got such a wonderful friendship. My dad is, my godfather one time asked me, back when I was just a young child. I was about maybe 10, 11 years old, just old enough to really have a good conversation. And he asked me, he said, Guy Anthony, because that's what everybody in my life calls me. That's my friend. He said, Guy Anthony, who's your two best friends in the world? And I remember sitting there thinking for a minute, and I was trying to think of my buddy Joel, and I was trying to think of my buddy Russell, and I was trying to think of that. And then it dawned on me, no, my mom and dad are my two best friends. And, that stuck with me. Even after being an adult, I cherish that. I cherish the fact that my mother and father were so good to me and treated me so respectful and always give me the limits of my boundaries, and also allowed me to even get outside of my boundaries, and still had that hug waiting on me, and still ready to give me that support in return. My father was the only person that come to see me while I was in the penitentiary. I had a friend or two stop in, but while I was locked down, my dad, who's 83 today, works every day. On the weekends, when he had the time to do nothing, he was driving 4 hours to Richmond, because I was locked up right outside of Richmond. And he was driving 4.5 hours to come visit with me. They only give me an hour visit, and then leave and go back home. And that sticks with me. So that's one of those things that's like, when you ask who's your ride or die best friends in this world, you got to really think, okay, well, who really is? And for me, it comes back to my mom and my dad. They've been my ride or dies, no matter what I did wrong, no matter how bad my mistake was.
That's a very fortunate relationship.
It is. It is.
Because we know that's like, if
it's not universal, Sean. It's not universal.
No, it ain't. I'll be the square in this one. All right. But no, like me, I was fortunate to have my grandparents. My parents were too young to have kids. You know what I mean? Like, my mom had me when she was 16, so it was a kid raising a kid. We get on well now, later, like, later in life, but it was just kind of right out of the gate. Like, we were like that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, just like an odd relationship. And that was one thing when I became a father, I really did not want to happen, because like I self-taught myself guitar at 8 years old. And I remember, like, I had a paper route to get this guitar. I got this guitar and I was playing it, and she came home and she was furious because, like, she was raised very Catholic, and like old school, old school Catholic. So, like, playing rock and roll was the devil's work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, that took a minute, but it kind of, for me, what was nice, and I am blessed with this. I've realized this. It was a weakness when I was a younger man, but it's become a strength as I've gotten older. Is that if you tell me no, like, I'm definitely gonna do that. It's like, don't push
Yeah.
that button. Don't
Yeah.
push that button.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
But you get a little older and a little wiser, and you figure it out. But I think it's really cool because no matter kind of where you started, it's where you want to shake out. You know what I mean? Really.
Indeed, indeed.
You
Well, and I think we also, as we get to be adults, we realize that the circle of true friends actually is very small. Even when you include your mom, you include your dad.
Yep.
Or God forbid you don't have that opportunity. Even when you reach out and you have friendships, like in my personal life, I only have a couple real, like, I mean, I got a lot of what I guess what you would say is acquaintances, but
Right.
I don't have but just a few like friends that if guy was broke down on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning, they would get up out of bed,
Yeah.
come help me change a tire, get out of a ditch, whatever it was, and help. I only got a couple that's really that I know that okay, no matter what, they would be there. Ride or die is what I would refer to it as. But I also wanted, while we had this opportunity, Miss Boogie, I want to hear about your music. I want to hear about.
Tell us about the music.
Yes.
Hey. So okay. I'll give a little quick background. So
Please back up as far as you want.
You take your time. You take your time.
I used to I feel like music started with poetry for me first.
Okay.
So I feel like I started writing poetry probably around 12, 13.
Well,
My sister used to do poetry. She went to a performing arts school. So I would see some of her poetry as she's older. My sister's 14 years older than me, by the way.
okay. Oh, wow. Wow.
And so I can say I was inspired greatly by her as far as like with poetry and writing, stuff like that. And so middle school and in high school. High school is when I did my first song. I took a poem that was called Coincidence,
Okay.
and I just made it into a song, and I had my best friend sing it. We had our little recording software
Mhm.
in my bedroom,
Yeah.
and we were doing our little recording thing. This was back when MySpace was a thing, and you had to
MySpace
music page.
photo.
I don't even know what y'all are talking about. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't
My
tell the
space is
guy
right
you're gonna
here. You know what I
short
mean?
circuit his brain.
MySpace was the thing back then. So that was the first song, and then I connected with a couple other people from high school that did music. I had a friend who had his father, they had a studio in their basement, and he was a musician. He played piano and bass, other things too, and he also sang. And so I came over there helping him like to write songs,
Right.
and we did some stuff with my friend that sang too. And back then I learned a little bit about copywriting and stuff like that. So I kind of was doing this back in high school. So fast forward to maybe 2019, I started working on some music, and that's when I first start putting music on streaming platforms like Spotify and stuff like that.
Okay.
And what I did there, because I don't sing, I just write and arrange, like, the vocals, and I will work with a producer. So in 2020, 2018, 2019, around that time, I worked with my cousin who produces music, and I worked with about four different singers. I wrote music for them to perform,
Okay.
and we did an EP. It was called Rhythm in Love.
Ooh,
Rhythm in Love. And
lovely.
yeah, it was, and I had actually
It
came out with
reminds you of like a
Valentine's Day.
disco back, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just.
I'm telling you, this boogie thing was it's true. It's just in my bones. But yeah, so we did the Rhythm in Love EP. I had the 4 different singers up there, and I released it on different platforms. But at that time, I was going by Shay Melodies. That was my stage name.
Now, how do you spell that? Just so I know how to spell your name.
He's gonna look you up. That's
Yes,
why.
for sure. I'll put it's SHAY,
SHAY. Okay.
and then
Okay.
Melodies MELODIES.
Yeah. I
And
got you.
and
Cool.
yeah, so please, yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I had some like it's kind of like R&B, and I had one song that was kind of like a spoken word because the poetry. So I had someone perform the poetry, and the rest were songs, and I love that project a lot. So
Yeah.
fast forward to now, I kind of missed working on music. So I got on YouTube, and I learned about some software that could generate a song if you input your lyrics. So
Okay.
I wrote
I
my
have so
lyrics.
many questions for you. I got like 5 questions when you're done, but you keep going.
Yeah, I got you. I got you covered. So I literally I was actually found out about it was a different program. I can't remember the name she provided, but Nitya, who's in our community too,
Yeah,
sweetheart, she mentioned because she has the music too, and she was just talking about her music, and she said, and she mentioned a program that she used. So then I looked up some programs, and I found a program, and it was like magic for me because it allowed me to do something I love doing, which was songwriting. And but as you guys know, it's a lot to
yeah.
work on music and studio time, and
Yes.
it costs. And
Yes. Yes.
I don't sing, at least you guys sing. I can't. I might have to learn, man. But it's a lot
If
to
you
get all
can
of that.
talk, you can sing, Miss Boogie.
Yeah, I bet you.
You
I
can
bet
talk,
you
you can
can
sing.
like unreal. I bet you can.
Yeah.
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 So the program really just helped me, and I'm back creating music again. I have a music page on YouTube, and I'm
Yes.
actually it's actually I would say in about a week or so I have a special announcement on when all that stuff will be available to stream. But
Okay.
I have a music page, Boogie Time Music. It has about 10 songs up there, a couple different genres, and I'm just having fun creating again.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I absolutely, as you know, me and Sean both love music. So the story behind music for me helps sometimes. Just knowing where it comes from.
Oh, I have so many questions.
Oh well, please,
First
Sean.
question is,
I'm gonna try something right here. While you guys are talking, I'm gonna mute my mic and see if it
Sure.
stops that breakup between us, because it seems like that every time I go to speak anyway, there's some kind of issue, and I don't know exactly what, but I'm gonna try muting mine while you guys are talking just to see if it clears the sound up, and I'm gonna plug this thing in
Sure,
because
man.
it just.
Yeah,
I'm so
do you-
disorganized, Miss Boogie.
do what
I'm
you got
so-
to.
I'm like, I got so much crap.
I'll run this. I'll steer
It's
this
like-
shit for a few minutes.
Dude, this entire area is an accident waiting to happen. I promise.
If you
It's
just see
like,
all the cords he has tangled around.
oh my god, y'all, it's like, my gosh, it's insane. But I'm trying, guys. I'm so trying. But while you guys are talking, I'm gonna just mute mine, and I'm gonna go through some comments, and then we're gonna address some stuff in the comments. There might be some questions for you or something.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. I'm organized. All right, here we go.
Question the first.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so from what I understand, because I use a distributor for my music, like through all those platforms, right? I figured that out, and I'm like, this is so much easier. So I'm using DistroKid, right?
Me too. Me too.
Okay, cool. So when I put my stuff into DistroKid, it created, or I don't know how this happened, maybe you can answer it, a YouTube music page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that, but I can't control it. I just sent it to the distributor and they put it on. Is that how it works?
Yes, it is. So even with myself, because I'm in the midst of, I have some actual music on platforms right now. I just, waiting for it to get everywhere. But yeah, and so I have that YouTube music page as well. So you'll see my music page on YouTube that I control, plus the generated one by DistroKid. And so when you upload your songs to the different, so it can go to different platforms, it's a check. that one's often checked automatically.
It is,
Yeah, and it'll
So
go there on its
that's
own.
theirs then, right? Like they do, like I posted that, and then like, cause like I can't even, like somebody wrote me, they're like, I can't comment on any of your stuff. I was
Right.
how to change that, but I guess that's just the way it is it?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, yep.
Well, that's
same.
fine. That's fine. Maybe the comments are best left unheard.
Oh, no.
But okay, the next one I was wondering about is copyright in this world today. It seems to be very difficult to understand because 20 years ago, like when we were paying a studio man $400 an hour, you know what I mean, to go in and try to lay down tracks as quickly as possible. What you do after that, the workaround was like you could take it to a lawyer and get it copyrighted if you wanted. But you could also just take all your lyrics and your music and you could mail it to yourself. And as long as you didn't open it, right, if something ever happened, you could use that as I still use that old school method, but I don't really know if it applies. And I'm just wasting my time because I thought through the distributor that they would be able to, like, that as long as you put it through there, that you're good, right? Because you got to put your right, like, who wrote this song and what have you. I don't know. Do you know about that at all? Because
we can. I definitely know. So I went through for my music. I actually did the copyright process through Library of Congress or whatever it's called. And we could talk more too on that if you want to connect with that as well. But I know what you're talking about where you mail it to yourself too. I've done that in the past, and generally, like for when you go through DistroKid or wherever, a lot of people will say too, like I read online, like technically once you produce a work and publish it, they look at that as a copyright too, even if you didn't go through actual Library of Congress or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but I always say it's safer probably to go the route.
It's not hard. Like we both like for me, like what I did was like where I'm sitting now, like is like just like kind of like a middle room in my house. So like if I turn you around, like I'm not sure, like do you that was the question about what do you use? What program are you using for creating your music? I use Logic, but like that's more of like a, you know what I mean? Like you're using instruments, you're plugging in, but I do know there's some like fancy gadgets you can use now that just like pop your stuff out right away.
Yeah. So there are technically for myself, I'm using, because I'm not singing it, so I'm actually using it sometimes gets a bad rap, but it's actually AI generated.
Okay, cool.
And
well, if it works, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously there's some programs better than others.
Right.
I know they have Suno, or I believe I personally have used AI Music Factory.
Okay, cool. I
And
didn't know about these. The only two programs like I kind of ever used was like, or three, I guess, GarageBand, which was free. And before that, Cubase, I think it was for PC. And then now Logic, just because all my stuff is Mac, so it's just easier to kind of go that way.
Yeah. And in the past, when I wasn't, because this AI thing is kind of still new the way I see it. I mean,
yeah,
new to me. But before, when I was actually working with artists and stuff, they would use Logic.
I got you.
They would use Pro Tools.
Yeah, that's the other one. Oh man, did I ever stress using Pro Tools? That was like the hardest thing. It was like running a spaceship. Like, it's very difficult.
Yeah, and for me, back even further back, like as far as when I was just doing it with my friend, I used a program called Reaper.
Were you blessed enough to ever have the experience on using DAT tapes? Did you ever? No. Okay, so that dated me. We'll move along to the next question.
I gotta hear this.
I have to look that one up. I paid a guy $400 one time to record one song. He gives me this little tape. I'm like, how do I play this? He's like, you need a machine that costs $4,000. I'm like,
right.
I just got me hustled, man.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh well, that's really cool, man. So like, did you find like, so like, I'm guessing like with a lot of the AI programs, like, do you, because you produce or you make the music, so what do you play? Do you play piano? Do you play different
No,
stuff?
I
No.
wish. I don't know how to play any instruments. You guys,
No.
we got to do some some live.
Yeah, we gotta do a
I'm gonna
back.
get something you guys can teach me cyber on the live lessons. That would be so dope. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
love to learn how to play an instrument. No, like my cousin really, he would do all the beat making and stuff. I would just really write the music and I would come up with the melody.
yeah.
So and and arrange the song into a song format. But yeah, I don't know anything, no instruments or beats. Yeah,
Well,
unfortunately.
that's really cool though, because it's like, okay, if I know what you mean, because for me, my capabilities stop at playing the instrument and writing and singing. My capabilities in there, and then the matter of production or trying to get it actually on some. I mean, obviously, I can hit record on the phone, but as
Right.
far as like doing anything, like I don't know how to do nothing else other than play my guitar and and sing. That's it. You know what I mean?
Well,
It
that's where.
makes you think. It makes you thankful though, because it's like, I think sometimes, at least for me, sometimes I think I kind of sleep on like my gifts at times. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I always I'm bashful and I'm like, oh, I'm not singing. I always make it super clear. I'm not singing, it's not me singing, and but then I realized some people just genuinely appreciate the lyrics of the song, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it makes me feel more grateful for the gift, and because I would be like, oh, I don't know all the other parts that go to it, but every part that building music is special. It's
Well,
great,
the one thing from an outside perspective, from a man that I play country music, bluegrass, and some little bit of rock and roll.
yeah,
But I love all kinds of music. But what I
right,
really love is someone that can turn a phrase. And when I say that meaning whether it be by poem or whether it be by song, when you can take one phrase and turn that into a statement, a song, a release of something that you want to say, there's a special gift that comes with it, because a lot of times, I don't know about for you, but a lot of times a song or a poem or whatever you want to call it will come to me and it'll start with just one line. It'll start with one line that's like, oh, that's a good one. And
yeah.
then it'll be like there's times, no kidding, that for me it'll be like mind explosion. I'll pick up my guitar and from one line I may not ever have to stop playing my guitar to finish that song, and it'll be implanted in my brain forever.
Well,
You know,
I'm putting this in the book. We're gonna figure out how to end up doing this all the way around, because I got everything here to do everything. We can put this in real time and we'll finally get Boogie singing here. How's
Right.
next week at 2? Is that
next on the Guy and Shine show, Miss Boogie debuts her singing.
good? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you heard it here first, and now she can't back.
let's do it.
I would never put anybody on the spot, but I mean,
Except for when we put people on the spot.
yeah, I mean, except for when except for then,
I heard you say spoken words, and I haven't heard anybody say that in a long time. I had like for writing, for me, it's always starts with the instrument. So it's like once I hit the first chord or whatever type of music I'm making, once I start hearing it, it's like the switch flips, the words come out, and then I'll redefine them. But I did write and have wrote poems for years. I never really displayed any of them. I did a few in videos. But back to the spoken word thing, like, do you enjoy, is there like any person that you've ever gone and seen do a spoken word that you were like, that was amazing?
Yeah, and I don't know if he's in the chat yet. I didn't go look at it, but he's actually great, and he'll probably share more of that as the time goes on. He's in our community, Hopeful Hustle.
Okay.
He's an amazing spoken word artist.
And he's got one of those deep voices, man.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna be on this.
Oh man.
Not. Yeah. Yeah, he's a great writer and performer.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I would definitely say he's at the top of that list. There were some other people that were at the open mic or poetry slams that I used to attend. It's been about probably like 5 years now, but yeah, but like people that were local that I had enjoyed, and but yeah.
How is the scene like in your area for that? Like, you know, for any kind of like poetry, spoken word stuff, is there still a scene that's there, or is it kind of changing?
So I moved like an hour away from where I was before.
Yeah.
But about 25 minutes away from there, it was great. And it's still around. And they're still going.
Yeah.
It's great. You know, all kind of people. You know, it was just like a great community. Like it was the closest thing to what we have here on YouTube. Like out in person. It was a great space, a loving space. No drama. Colors, white, black, whatever. You know, all different walks of life, all different struggles, you know, and you know, that was like the first time I was really like enjoying a community. And that's why I clicked so well with you guys and everyone, because like it was great. Definitely great vibes.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure Sean can attest to this as a musician, as a man that I will pick my guitar up and I will go places to play, knowing that I'm skilled enough, knowing that I can hang with anybody that's in there. But there's times where you're mistreated because you're new or because they haven't seen you before. And it's like, well, how could you ever see me if I don't just show up one time?
Right.
And there's been times that I just don't go back, because it's not because I think my caliber of playing's better. It's because you didn't treat, man, you acted like you didn't even know I was sitting there. So why would I come back and force myself on people that don't want me here?
Exactly.
So I spend a lot of my musical time, as far as with people, it's with older folks. I go out here to the flea market when I want to jam, and we play gospel music and bluegrass music, but there's no judgment. They just want you there, and they just love you being there and sharing. And if I want to sing a song, I sing a song. If I don't, then I just sit there and play my instrument. And as a band member and as a leader of a band, I led the band for 4.5 years, and it was a tough job. It was not glamorous at all. There was no money in it. It was very, very little money to pay for gas. A lot of time spent behind the scenes trying to make it work. And something about musicians, they're fickle people and they're emotional people. I felt like I was back in middle school in the middle of the girls' like argument or something. It was like, dude, are you serious, man? Like, I mean, shut up and just play the bass. That's all I want you to do.
Well, we have the spray bottle for when the bass player gets out of hand. You just squirt him a bit like a cat.
Oh,
Stop
man.
it.
Hey, John, I'm telling you, dude, one time I had a drummer. I had this drummer that he was a pretty decent musician, and he was a pretty good guy. But he wound up getting sick on stage and puking on my stage, man.
Like mid-set? I hope it was like at a part where he's like thrashing.
Hey, it was the first time playing at a gig that I had fought for a couple weeks, actually more like a couple months, to get us in at this spot.
Yeah.
And man, wound up getting a bunch of liquor in him, and then wound up puking on my and dude, I was always a beer drinker, and I was a drink when I'm not going to play like I was a saint. When I was playing music, dude, I drank beer, and I also did my job. Like, I didn't never get drunk and not able to do what I was supposed to do. Or act belligerent or try to be anything other than what Guy is. And I was a married man too, so I had certain zones that I could cross and certain zones I couldn't cross. But anyway, dude winds up puking on my stage, and you know what? I never could get over it. I wanted to invite him back. I wanted him to be a part of things, but I'm like, dude, if you're so out of control with
Yeah.
what you're doing, that you're going to get sick while this is our job, dude. We get paid to do this. It's
Yeah.
not like we're at a bonfire somewhere just sitting around hanging out and you get sick and that's it.
Right.
No, we're on stage
Well,
getting
dude.
paid to do this. And
Yeah.
you just puked on my stage and I've got to walk through this to get
Oh.
off the stage, man. Oh, dude. I told his wife,
And smell it
hey,
too.
I don't
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. It's like
I
can smell
never,
it.
hey guys, I
Right.
never talk trash to anybody's wife. I never do that. I'll talk trash to the man before I talk trash to the woman.
Yeah.
But I went and I told his wife, I said, I don't care what you have to do. I don't care how you have to do it. But you are going to clean that mess up. You know, you're going to clean that mess up. I'm not cleaning that. I mean, it was bad.
And you're gonna do it now in front of all these nice people you've disappointed.
It made me so mad, dude. I was about to explode, man. I was like, you got to be. It embarrassed me, man. It
I
embarrassed
would
me.
imagine.
Why do I feel like
like-
I could smell it?
Oh my God. It was like, oh, and it was one of them. Hey, it was one of them that dude must have just done nothing but like drink some old cheap liquor.
Was
And
he
it-
there? Or was
oh
he-
my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But that was, but yeah, I guess my veer, I took a big veer, but getting back to musicians and just going and trying to be a part of some things, you'll find that you go to open mics and do poetry, because we got a little grassroots district about 20 minutes from here where you can go share songs or poetry or storytelling. There's people that do storytelling. And there's also been a couple people that read their whole book. They would come and read certain chapters every week, and it would be a continuous thing where you come and audibly heard them read their book, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But you would find that, man, you would try to meet people while you're there to kind of network and try to find, you know, releases to play music or whatever it is that you do. But there's it seems like there's just so much drama that it's like almost not worth it. It's like, I really want to be a part of things, but I don't want to be a part of the arguing. I don't want to be a part of the fussing. I don't want to be a part of the crying and pit. This one does this or this one overplay. Dude, none of us get paid nothing. What difference does it make? It's like,
well, Bernie got half a sandwich.
yeah, it's
Be
like,
quiet, Chris.
I don't want, or you know, or this is where I ran into the issue, which I was the wrong person for this. As the band leader, you would have people call you up wanting to complain about the other people.
Oh no!
And then wanting
No.
and it's like, hey, yo,
Get rid of that.
yeah, I'm that guy that's like, look, it sounds to me like you need to go talk to Shine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Talk
no.
to
You know
them.
what I'm saying?
Hello?
Or it sounds to me like maybe this is a problem you need to take up with Miss Boogie, because I'm not doing it. And,
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it was like, whoa, because my wife, she was like, do they really think that you're gonna answer every phone call and every
yeah.
text? And it's like, guys, look, I'm the band leader and we're going to get our songs together. And I promise you, I'll have these 10 ready when I come to practice. You promise me you have your 10 ready when you come to practice. And then I don't want to talk to you no more
Right.
until practice. It's like,
Maybe it wasn't everybody else that was
Like-
the shoe.
I mean, they would seriously. I had that one dude that drank all the time. Well, all of them drank all the time, but he done pills and all this kind of crap. He'd call me up at some of the craziest times in the morning, and I'm like, dude, I work, man. You
Yeah.
can't call me at 3:00 in the morning on a Tuesday. No, you know, it's like, dude, what are you doing with your time, man?
He's
You're
rocking
like-
and rolling at 10 a.m., baby, and he.
It's like, yeah, it's like, dude, you can't call me. And he would want to call me to be like, hey, I was thinking about that one part in that song, man. And I was here messing around on my 8-track, and it's like, man, come on, man. I don't want to know
You're
about that.
definitely not going to remember this in 10 minutes.
No,
But-
no, man. He doesn't remember calling me. He didn't even know who was on the other end of the phone. He just was rambling. But yeah, that was the that's where artists, I think, though, to bring myself back, and I'll reel myself in and push mute. You know, it seems like whenever you start trying to reach out in that zone, you've got to be so mindful about the people. and so mindful about what their motivation is or the drama that comes along with that person.
You gotta know a
Because
person. It's a very intimate relationship. Like you
it
get
is.
a couple of people like that. Playing shows was one thing, but then playing shows on the road and being gone for 6 to 8 weeks, and
Yeah.
like your
Don't
best
mess-
bet is like stopping at KFC to get wet naps because you're like road poor. So like tension get high, and a guy I played with, a German. I've known him forever. He's one of my good friends. He was on my channel before. But we recently started talking again, and he's still playing. And because I mean, honestly, when you're doing it back then, like at least I know, like kind of the time frame when me and Guy were doing it was like everybody was fighting for that piece of meat. You know what I mean? So like it was whatever it took, and a lot of times you'd have to take whoever was available because they were there. And sometimes that would cause, okay, well, they're actually kind of better than the guy we had. So now how do we shift this guy, right? So I said it was more complicated than any relationship with a woman I've ever had, hands down. Being in a band full time, it was very complicated to manage because everybody thought they were deserving of something. It's like, we ain't done the work yet, man. Like maybe one day, but.
And it's like somehow you get starstruck because you got paid $25 to go play for 4 hours. It's like, dude, we're not stars. Dude, the janitor just made a better living than we have, man. I mean, we're not
the guy's sweeping up the cups made like $50 more than us.
Yeah, like it's like, dang, man. That was where it would get me. Is like you would have these dudes. Like, we're going to play at the local bar where somebody just got stabbed last weekend, dude. Nothing about this is glamorous.
It's going to be a big crowd.
There's going to be a big crowd of 12 people, and they're all cousins and probably married too. It's like, dude, we're not. I mean, let's be honest. It's like, but that was the part. It was like, guys, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I love getting in front of people and I love having a good time. But it's like, dude, let's be realistic, guys. We're playing at the local bar. It's like there's nothing. It's like I've had bigger crowds at bonfires.
Right.
Legitimately, I play at my family reunion and have a double-sized crowd.
Yeah.
Like for real.
But in all of that, man, like there's those moments. Like I remember up like here in Montreal, one of the first big shows we played is the Hard Rock Cafe. So it's like a theater, right? So it's like you have your main floor and then the top floor. Yeah. And I remember during that experience, like people, like especially back then, there was a lot of drugs in the scene and stuff like that. But at this point, I hadn't dipped my toe into that part of the pond. But I remember walking out on that stage, and we've been up here for about like 9 months at the time. So like Montreal's kind of a unique city because like you can be a superstar here and nobody in the rest of the world knows who you are, right? But like you walk down the street and people are like, "Hey, Shine, how's it going? Oh, I was at this show the other night." But that experience of when it does come together and you walk out and you just hear everything like queuing up and people shuffling around and they're cheering and you look up. I remember looking up into those lights. And at that moment, it felt like I left my body. Like it was such a, like almost like religious experience. Like, and then you start playing and people know the music, they're singing back and there's this kind of back and forth, man. Like there's nothing like that. So that's why I like, and I'm pretty sure it's why you kept pushing through too. It's just, that is something else. If you ever get a chance to experience, absolutely do it. Just make sure you've done it a little bit before because one guy was walking out with us. He's like one of my best friends. He's like, "This is going to be the greatest night in our life." And he looks out and he sees all the people. And he's, "Oh." Yeah. Dragging him off stage by the legs. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just when you're ready.
My wife would be one of those kind of people because she could do real good like talking with just you and me or whatever. But you put her in front of like on a stage or something like that, dude. Everything in her closes down and everything just shuts off and she can't do nothing. And because she can actually sing, like my wife can sing pretty well, and I'm a tough critic. I'll tell you, like, hey man, you're out of key, y'all. I mean, stop. You know what I'm saying? And I'll try to help you get in key. The one way that I try to help people learn to sing is take your speaking voice And now take that speaking voice and breathe into your belly, not your chest. Breathe into your belly, and now hear your speaking voice as clean as you can possibly make it. And then once you can feel that, then start trying to sing off of that voice. Because if you try to go too high or too low, you're going to lose range. So you got to find that comfort. But
Okay.
she's one of those kind of people, like she could sit with me and maybe sing along with me. But as soon as I hit record, or as soon as somebody else was in the room, it's like everything in her goes and just sucks in. It's like you can't get it to come out after that. It's like it's gone. I wanted to get to some comments in here for Miss Boogie. William says, "God bless you, Miss Boogie."
God bless you, William.
We've got What the Quack in here, my favorite name of all time.
What the quack?
That's too cool.
It makes you want to say, "What the quack, man?"
What
It's
the
like, what the quack? I love it. We got Gaston's Guitar Covers is in here. Jeremy's Closet, Grace Travels and Visa Requirements.
Nice.
Let's see, Mama Bowman. She's
Mama.
Mama Bowman.
Chris the Flash.
Chris.
I'm trying, guys. You know how I am. The Hopeful Hustle. I see you stopped in, brothers. I'm sorry. When I'm talking, then usually everything else that I'm able to do stops. You know what I mean? Like it's like I can't do two things at once most of the time. I see. Let's see. I don't know how to say her. I gotta just say her channel's name. I missed it in here somewhere. Yeah. Zima, is that how you say your name? I don't know. I'll have to listen better next time. But I got lost, guys. Sorry, I'm back. I'm here. Yard Chat, thank you for being here. Yard Chat, he's in the house. This is the name I'm talking about. How do you say this, Boogie? I'm putting it up on the screen.
Okay, let's see.
We're putting you to the test.
Zemena? Is it with a Z? Do you pronounce it like Zemena? I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. Zemena?
Yeah. I don't know, but she's awful nice. I'm trying to find her channel name. Oh, right here it is. Right here. Very nice young lady. She has invited me on to talk with her on her show at some point whenever she has time and is ready. I'm willing. But thank you for being here. Good morning to you. And I think I've Hopeful Hustle. Hey everybody.
You got William.
William is in the house. Yes, sir. Yeah. William is in the house. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what now, guys. That's a guitar player. Don't let him fool you.
Don't let him fool you. He said he'd love to jam with you.
Yeah, he's a guitar player. He's a guitar player. Now, you know, he can sit on there and go, "Oh, I don't know." Oh, bull. We know better than that. We know better than that. You go on his page. Hey, this is what it looks like when you turn onto his page. And you're like, yeah, he can't play. Yeah,
you know how to play guitar? Oh, that old thing.
Oh, that old thing. Yeah, that old dusty thing. Yeah.
Never.
Hey, he plays his guitar's name just so that he knows that I actually came and I watched his guitar. It is a Mitchell.
A Mitchell.
A Mitchell. I can't say as I'm familiar with that, but I watched well enough to know the guitar name, man.
Well, you know,
yeah, good guitar player. But anyway, I get started. I get going. But Miss Boogie, is there anything that you would like to share with everybody? I know that you said you had break. I don't know exactly what time it is.
Yeah, I got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you guys.
Thank you.
I enjoy this. I'm enjoying, working on music again, and it's a blessing when people connect with it and say they enjoy it, and that because like I said, I'm super humble, and like I always say, oh, I'm not singing or whatever. So I kind of overlook the songwriting part, but it's been fun creating it. I'm thankful you guys invited me up here to chat and talk about music, and and the channel. I'm having a great time, like getting to know everybody, and I want you guys to. I do a stream on Sundays, but I think I'm gonna change it on Sundays because something else. Gonna be working on something else soon.
Okay.
But I have a stream called, 2 cents. So I give my 2 cents on stuff.
Nice.
Have it with y'all 2 cents, So I would love to have you guys come on. I'm thinking I'm gonna change the day to Thursdays. So like I'll like connect with you guys and see like if you guys would be interested, and we could talk about we could have a given topic, or we can just kind of fill the chat. I don't know yet exactly, but it would be cool to like chat with you guys up there, since you guys invited me on your platform. So
I'd be honored too. I'm sure that
but I'm
Sean would
definitely
also.
taking you up on your technical abilities for music exchange.
Absolutely.
We're making that happen because I know you got this.
Well, I want to make it. I want to make it abundantly clear to you, Miss Boogie, Miss Shayla. I know who. I've always known your name. I don't want to say always. I remember you telling us your name on a video a long time ago.
Okay.
So I knew your name just because of that. You mentioned what your name was towards the end of one of your videos, a couple months back now.
Yes. Yep.
So I always knew what it was. It's a wonderful to meet you. It's a blast. You'll always be Miss Boogie Time, but Miss Shayla, it's nice to meet you. And my name is Guy. It's not a gang name. It's not a fake name or anything. It really is Guy. And I just appreciate you being here. And I want you to know from Guy and Shine here at Create and Change, we're going to always support you. We're going to push you up, and we're going to learn how to properly support everyone in our way. And our way is going to be building a platform in which that you are always going to have an invite to come back if there's something you'd like to share, or something that you have coming up that you can use this platform to put it out there. Then I want you to know that your invitation to Guy and Shine Show is always open. All you have to do is say the word. And if I see you saying, hey, I need to come on for a second, then we will make that time for you to come on, or we'll schedule a time and we'll do it exactly what we're doing, just like this right here. Whatever time it is that you ask for, we'll try our best to give it to you. So from myself, I thank you sincerely, and I'm gonna let Shine. I'll shut up.
About time. My God. No. But Boogie, for me, I will say, like, you were one of the first people that I kind of like, hitched my wagon to. You know what I mean? Like, I liked what you were doing right out of the gate. And for me, I'm a very visual person. So it's like, even though it's in here, it's like, how do I get it from here to there, right? And it took me a while to figure that out. So when I was watching you do all your different things and just layering your music in the back and doing your talking and coming on and doing your walking, I think you're great. I hope you keep doing all the things that you're doing, because I know it helps a lot of people, right? Sometimes we forget, like, I don't know, just like, there's some really great people out there, and you're one of them, and I'm honored to have met you. So thank you for coming.
So much. Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Oh, we thank you. Love to you, Miss Boogie.
Yes,
I appreciate you from Guy and Shine. It's nothing but love and respect, and we'll be supporting you all the way to the top. So when you get up there to the top and you're looking down and you see little Guy and Shine still pushing you, then just
still
know
playing
that
bars,
we're still there.
Stabbed. Don't forget those stabbed.
Yeah. Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, I will play for tips. I ain't gonna lie, I will play for tips.
I'll play for half a sandwich. My deal is to call me.
Yeah.
We on tour together.
Miss Boogie, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and it was
you guys
great
too.
Thank you so much.
All right, talk to you guys. Have a good one.
See ya. Oh man, I love it.
Awesome.
What a wonderful young lady, man. It's always refreshing. I talk about us like we're getting so much older, but I'm 47 years old, and some of these young people, I get so disgusted by the way they act and so disgusted by the way they try to present themselves. And when I see a young lady that's trying to carry herself like a young lady, I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm going to support them. And I just like that. I respect it. And I'm thrilled. I'm honored that Miss Boogie come on and give us the time to share herself. And like I say, man, I've been a part of this young lady's journey since I started on the journey just by circumstance and always just
Same.
appreciated. So
We all got kind of like, it was kind of an interesting pull, you know what I mean? Because like
it was.
we're seeing now the different people that, you know, hey, we've kind of always been there in the background for each other, but now we can actually see each other in the foreground, so to speak, you know. And also, yeah, playing on to what you were saying about how, you know, maybe younger people and how they do deal with stuff. That was one of the biggest draws for me to her. Like I'm watching a young person who's actually taking their life serious, and you know what I mean. And like them are some of the best years of your life. You want to enjoy them, and don't settle for something less. Like, you know what
That's
I mean.
right.
Like,
That's
go
right.
go get it, man, because you
Well,
know, better to figure that out at 20 something than 40. You know what I mean? I'll tell you that.
oh man, you ain't kidding, man. So I want everybody out there to know that here on Guy and Shine, when we're trying to help you, then it's all sincere because
Yep.
we want you to come on. We want you to share yourself and share what you feel comfortable with. We'll let the conversation go where it may, but at the same time, for me and Shine, guys, we've spent a lifetime building stages in real life and singing on stages and playing on stages in real life. And for the first time in our lives, we're taking advantage of an opportunity to build a stage right here. And as we build this, then we want to see our friends, our people, the people that we know are trying to do something. Now, I could have chose and Sean could have chose to just sit our phones up in the room, play some music, and just have fun. And I'm sure I could have had people coming and watching it. But that's not what I'm happy with. I'm happy with sharing some stories and talking to people and helping push some people up. And along the way, you push yourself up at the same time. And we realize that. We both know that as a band member, whether you're calling yourself the leader of the band or you're just the member, because either way, you're just the member.
Yeah.
You're only as good as the person that the weakest person is. And I mean that sincerely. And I don't mean it so much musicianship wise, but I just mean it workmanship. Are you willing to put the time in and the effort in to make it what you envision it? And I've always envisioned a platform in which that I could have someone like Sean come on with me and we could bounce ideas back and forth with each other and we could take a platform and grow it into something where people, I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, but instead of us asking people to come on, people are asking us to come on. And that's where I envision us taking this to. And for those of you that are friends, like I just told Miss Boogie, no matter how big Guy and Shine no matter how big this platform is, when that young lady wants to come on and talk about something, then she's going to get the time. And that goes for just about anybody else that's in here. That's been a part of our little crew and part of our little journey in this thing.
That's super important. That's super important because, like the underlining behind that is that, like, you're here in the beginning, we'll be here with you at the end type thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it is, I mean, look at it, guys. It's like this. Okay, you can create something where, okay, you got people coming in and they're there to try to network. Okay, that's cool. You can also create something where people come in and they want the opportunity to get to use your platform to introduce themselves to other people. That's cool too. And that's where Guy and Sean have went with this is now we're going to try to use this StreamYard and we're going to try to use this technology and we're going to try to create a stage that you'll be proud to come sit with and share yourself with and network with the family. Instead of just typing and saying hi, you'll be able to come on and say, hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I do. Please get to know me. Come visit my channel. Hey, we got DT Hope in the house. That's one of my Hey, man, I'm going to tell you what. This guy right here, one of the most positive, just cool individuals that so far every time I've been on his live, it's always just been music or fun or just hanging out and just good times and just good stuff. And I push you up, brother. I love what you do. I love the way that you hey, just so you know, DT Hope, anytime that you would like to come on, me and Sean would be honored to have you. And we do the Guy and Shine show after we're doing 10 to 11 with Good Vibes.
Good
And then
vibes.
after Good Vibes is the after show with Guy and Shine, where we'll try to pick maybe one. And then if that only lasts so long, maybe another person come in and share themselves and talk with our community and let them know who they are and let them be able to introduce themselves. And for any of you that's in the chat, just know right now I'm working out of the studio in the StreamYard thing, and I can't get to your comments as far as to be able to blow you up, because there's some of you that I know I'd like to have you as and like to have you blued up, but I just ain't. I'm not there yet. I can't do it yet, but I'm working on it. So yeah. But anyway, Sean, I think we did a good job. I feel good about I feel good about the direction. I know that for you and I, we're both going to be working on some personal things to try to get our music to share a little bit easier, so it's a little bit better on the sound on my end, not so much your end, but my side. So I just feel like this has been, like I say, man, I'm going to upgrade to the next level up on this StreamYard. And hey, you only get 20 hours.
That'll iron out a lot of the kinks. You know what I mean?
I got an email saying that you only get 20 hours of free per month. And I was already at like 13 hours.
We could be cut off any second.
Yeah, I was like, all right, hey. I'm one of them people, if my wife takes me to Sam's Club and they got some free stuff, hey, I'll walk around, change my hat, walk back around. I'll take a sweatshirt off, walk back around.
Oh, man, I'm more of a fan of just staring them in the eye and eating one after.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. And it helps having one of them faces that kind of look crazy.
Yeah,
because they don't know whether they should say anything to you. Yeah, like yeah. Hey,
all mouth breathing too.
Hey, I'm skinny enough. All I got to do is wear a wife beater, and they feel like I need to eat. They feel like I need to eat.
Big man's got to eat, and they said, "Go pay for it."
Oh no. Yeah. I walk in with a wife beater, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to eat."
Hey, work with what you got.
Yeah. Hey, we got TP Media in the house. What's up, man? What's up? Good to see you. Thanks for being in. I appreciate you. That's funny. William said he's got one of those crazy faces too. Hey, welcome to the Crazy Face Club, bro. Hey, but you know what? There's times when that crazy face really goes a long way, because it makes people go, I don't think I want to mess with that.
Oh, no. What do you call that? Mean dog? Mean dog Logan?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, this is great, man. We've got, I don't even know. I've lost. I don't even know where I'm at in the comments.
I've just been watching them kind of go up, and I see, William's been in, he's been saying lots of stuff. Kirchen, you got TP Media TV. Thank you for being here.
Jackie 7 Sims, thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Hope again. Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Much appreciated.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, DT Hope 23 TV, man. I'm gonna shout you out again. And hey, William, if you ever want to come on and just sit and talk music with me and Shine, or come on and share, share something, brother, just know that hey,
anything at all, you know what I mean? Whatever it is you're on about, you're up to, you're thinking about, it can be whatever. Just as long as it's good vibing.
Man, I'll be honest with you, DT. I don't have anything like that, to be honest with you, hooked up. I don't have I appreciate that, but your blessing is being here, and I appreciate that. I'm hoping that as we grow, Sean and I are gonna try to create something where that we can offer something that we give exclusively to the people that want to be a part of it, and we're just hoping to grow this thing up, and having you here is our blessing. So I thank you. Me and Sean both thank you for that blessing offer. But I don't have anything like that. I know that I need to. I know that eventually I need to do some of those things, but I thank you. We just thank you for
We
your presence.
absolutely, yes.
You know,
Thank you so much.
just know that I appreciate that offer, and that makes me feel really good. And I know Sean, hey, we both appreciate it. We got MCK in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. But man, I just appreciate that. I can't get over that. Thank you, man. That's the first time anybody's ever even offered anything like that, but I appreciate that. That's humbling.
Very kind, very kind indeed. And
Thank you.
yes.
William, everyone make sure you hit the like, sub, and share this channel. Hey, thank you, brother William. I appreciate you, man. Me and Sean, we are trying so hard to bring you guys something a little bit different. I know that there's a lot of people out there sharing, and that's great. And do what you want to do the way you want to do it. That's how I carry.
Yeah.
But for us, we're just trying to do things the way we see fit, and we're just trying to share with you guys and give you guys an opportunity. We want you to come. Just know when we invite people and we say, "Look, we're going to share the link," and if you would like to come up, that means that's not us saying, "Well, we might not." We want you to come up. That's like Miss Boogie yesterday said she would like to come on today. Mr. Weirdo yesterday, I'm sorry I forgot you, but you're still welcome. Your invite is always open too. But when we say, hey, we want you to come up, we truly, truly mean we would love for you to come up and share your stuff, share whatever you feel comfortable with, and we will not
go to one of your friends' house and you're like, hey man, if you're hungry, you want something to drink, just help yourself. That's same idea, right?
Exactly.
Help yourself. Come on in.
Exactly. But we've got gas and guitar cover. I've got some bigger guys back down with confidence. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you what, I've said it on here before, and I've said it to Sean. I try to carry myself on this platform just like I'd be sitting across from a man or a woman. Now, if I'm not willing to speak to that person's face the way I'm going to speak, then I don't speak.
That's right.
And I carry it that way because on the other side of this is a man or a woman that's listening to me. And I try to think about, okay, well, if they were sitting across the table from me, am I willing to get punched in the face for this remark? Am I willing to have them tell me just exactly what they think about me for this remark? And if I'm not, then I try to refrain from saying it through this platform. That's how important it is to me to carry myself just exactly the way I would face to face. And if I'm not willing to speak it to your face, if I'm not willing to take whatever I got coming for what I said, then I try to put myself in check. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan right up till they get punched in the face. And there's a lot of people willing to talk a lot of crap, but they're not willing to get slapped in the mouth for it. Where I'm willing to, if I feel it's worthy of saying something to someone, then whether they're sitting across from me or on here, I'll say it. But I just think that that's the way that I know me and Sean, that's the way we're going to carry ourselves is, this is not a, I don't want to say it in the wrong direction, but I'll say it the way that I see fit. This is not a, let's see how much drama we can create channel. This is a, let's see how much we can push our brothers and sisters up channel and share how we feel about things channel. And that's the way that we carry.
I agree. I say there's been more than enough tearing down. It's time for building up. Right?
Yeah, do some building up. Some good vibes, man. Good vibes. Good vibes.
I think that we did that here today. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
I was vibing big time. Good time.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, man, I'm just honored. I'm honored that we had Miss Boogie on for the first guest.
Absolutely. She's a ray of sunshine. Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, if there's anything else that you would like to share, please feel free. I figure we're getting. I don't even know what time.
I'd say we're gonna do the wrap up in one today, or are we gonna?
That's from
yesterday.
Man, you know what I find is I really am having such a good time that it's hard for me to like bring things, like to wrap it up, and like
yeah.
it's like my mind gets racing, and then I'm like, man, I want to.
Oh, you're doing great. You're doing excellent. And for me, on my end, I just like much love to all y'all. Really appreciate being part of this experience. For you guys being part of this experience and wanting to. I can't wait to see what we're gonna pull at all this. It's gonna be real cool. So, excited for that. And be safe. Be good to one another. You know what I mean? If you ain't having a good time or you're having a rough time, remember we're here from 10 to noon every day. You know what I mean? And I know for myself, it's Guy says it best. He says when he starts his day, he does his fine tuning. And you see that come through the screen. I feel it on this end, and it just kind of excites that whole thing. So don't be scared to jump into whatever it is you're doing in your life, and have a safe day, and do the best that you can today.
Oh man, amen to that. I can't say it any better. So from Guy and Shine and creating change, this is good vibes. Always good vibes to you, my family. We appreciate. We know how important each one of you guys are to our success, and we hope that one day we can become a platform to be equally as important for your success and help you along the way, and take the experience and knowledge that we have in real life situations and how to hold an audience or how to speak to people, and maybe help share that with you, and maybe help have a platform that's available for that type of thing. So from me and Shine, this is Good Vibes. Please like, subscribe, share if you feel so led. If not, we just appreciate y'all being here. So until next time, y'all take care. See ya. Shine, I'll see you back, man.
Yeah, boy.